Good afternoon and welcome to the tents here in beautiful Laverne, California for today's SCIAC Division III matchup. It'll be the men's basketball team from CMS coming in, playing against the home Laverne Leopards. You take a look at the standings here. Laverne sitting at the bottom at 2-12 in conference, 2-21 overall. CMS right at fourth place, 9-5 in conference, 17-6 overall. CMS in a dog hunt trying to chase Redlands and Occidental to try to change up some playoff seedings in just about a week or so. So take a look at some of the players to watch. For the University of Laverne, Sinai Enek, he leads the team in 14.8 points per game, shooting 43% from the field. Those 14.8 points per game is good enough for 8th in SCIAC. Another player to watch for the Leopards will be the guard Jordan Allen, shooting just under 46% from the field, 40% from beyond the arc. He can fill it up from inside and outside. For CMS, it'll be Jeremy Horn, the center, has 139 rebounds on the year, averaging 11 points per game. And the other player for CMS will be the senior Miles President, shooting 44% from the field. He's third at 43% from beyond the arc in SCIAC, averaging 11 points per game. And joining me today will be head coach of the women's basketball team. I'm Billy Lopez, alongside today Coach Jason Pruitt.
Hey, first of all, I want to say just thanks for having me and letting me learn from you so I can actually see what you do on the other side of the mic.
Coach Pruitt is going to be with us today, broadcasting, being color analyst for the men's game, and then he will be heading off to coach the women's game. Got a big game against CMS later on today. Coach, it's senior day today. Laverne men's basketball team has one senior, Jared Taylor. Being in these games, what kind of emotion does it give you?
As a player, when I was in my senior night game, it's a lot of mixed emotions. You come into the realization that this is the last time that you may actually play competitive basketball outside of a men's league. So it's just a bunch of mixed emotions. The one thing you want to do is just come out and try to be as normal as possible in these types of situations, because it's going to be an emotional day.
Another thing is Laverne 2-12 in conference. They are out of contention for the SCIAC postseason tournament. CMS is still trying to figure out that seeding, so they still have something to play for. Having that freedom, knowing that you don't really have anything to lose other than playing for pride today, can that maybe shock CMS a little bit? You come out a little hungrier?
Well, the one thing that you do not want to do is come out and take these guys for granted, because as close as the race it is on the men's side, this can potentially cause you to host a game or not host a game. So if you're the coach, you're trying to keep your guys focused. It's like, hey, we're not going to play down or play to the level of our opponent. We still have to take care of business. Now, on the flip side, like I told my ladies, hey, we're playing party spoiler. We're not invited to the party, but we can mess it up for a whole lot of people. And you got to take pride in that.
So that is what Laverne will try to do. CMS currently fourth in the standings, as we saw earlier. 3 minutes away from tip-off. The teams are out here warming up, getting ready to go. Sinai Enek. Coach, can you speak a little bit about Sinai, averaging 14.8 points per game? As a freshman last year, was 17th in SCIAC in points per game, and he jumped up now is 8th in points per game.
It's a player that you love to hate. He does a lot of good things, and he also does a lot of careless things. Sometimes you just got to stick with that player, because sometimes that's all you may have in that one position. So you got to take the good with the bad. I have seen his development since his first year, and he has gotten better. So now what we need him to work on is being a better leader.
And can you speak a little bit about Jared Taylor? Have you had a chance to see him over the past? You've been here, you're in your third season here at Laverne. He's been here, this is his fourth year, graduating senior, the only senior here for senior day.
When I first met Jared, when I first took over the job, I seen them playing an open gym. And I was like, oh, this kid has potential, because what some people don't know, he can actually step out and shoot the three. He can put the ball on the ground and handle it. I think he's a good all-around player. I just think he's been in the misfortune of, a couple of losing seasons and couldn't shake it off. But I do think he's had a good career. He'll be able to hold his head high when he comes home for homecoming.
And during this senior year for Jared Taylor, it's been quite the story. He's had career-high 20-point game and 11-rebound game during this senior campaign. Against Pomona-Pitzer in 17 minutes, had 20 points early in the season. Struggled a little bit against CMS the first time that these two teams met up. Only scored 6 points in 12 minutes on 1 of 3 shooting from the field. So when you kind of have a bad game before, what do you look for moving forward in the next time you face this team?
I think, like the couple of games I have watched for him, the talent is not the problem. He's a smaller size post in this conference.
Right.
So he gets his position and he gets to where he wants. It's the elevation that he struggles with. And that's been hampering him all this season because they don't have another post player that can play opposite of him.
And just to give you a size differential, Jared Taylor, who we're talking about right now, 6'4", 250. On the opposite side of CMS, they have a player 6'10", and so a big 6-inch difference. That's just the size difference that we're talking about of Jared Taylor having to go up against.
Yeah, and he's been doing that every game this year. He's always been at the size has not been on his side.
We're going to pass things out to Angelina Stalmat, who will be public address announcing for the senior Jared Taylor.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we recognize our Laverne senior, we'd like to take a moment to recognize CMS seniors. Number 3, Jeremy Horn. Number 5, George Walker. Number 12, J.D. Levine. Number 14, Miles President. Number 22, Maxwell Kirsch. And number 33, Kaling Pato. We would like to take this moment to recognize senior Jared Taylor. Jared is a 4-year member of the Laverne men's basketball team from Rialto, California. This season, he ranks 3rd on his squad in both total points and points per game. Jared's best performance of the season came in a 68-55 win over Cal Lutheran when he notched a double-double with 19 points and 11 rebounds. He is joined today by his father, Gerald, stepmother, Dejan, and mother, Valerie. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for senior Jared Taylor.
Beautiful moment right there, Jared Taylor and his family. He's got a lot of people in the stands, Coach. I mean, they got those big signs up holding his head high from different ages, it looks like. What a moment.
Yeah, it's an emotional moment, man. I kind of get teared up when thinking about it because, these are the moments that you never get back. And oftentimes we may take them for granted when they're happening, but you look at them and you got to cherish them.
Now, speaking of senior days, you've had quite a bit of the wardrobe last year, senior day. Pulling out the white suit. What can we expect later on today?
Oh, no, man. It's we're celebrating Play for K, so I'm going to fit in with everyone else and just something to celebrate the occasion.
So Jared Taylor goes towards the sideline, hugging some family members, and we'll pause just a moment for the playing of the national anthem.
Thank you.
And right now, Angelina will introduce
starting
today's
lineups.
starters.
First for the visiting Stags. Senior number 3, Jeremy Horn. Freshman number 4, Brian Kenyon. Senior number 14, Miles President. Senior number 22, Maxwell Kirsch. And junior number 44, Mitchell Kirsch. The Stags are coached by Ken Scalmani. He's assisted by Levi Seed, Chris Fortson, and Nick Jackson. And now, the starting lineup for your University of Laverne men's basketball team. A 6'6" senior from Paradise Valley, Arizona, number 4, Max Karam. A 6'3" junior from Santa Maria, California, number 5, Jordan Allen. A 6'6" freshman from Mission Viejo, California, number 15, Austin Rapp. Correction, number 20, Tevin McLean. A 6'1" sophomore from West Jordan, Utah, number 14, Sinai Enoch. And your senior, a 6'4" forward from Rialto, California, number 42, Jared Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is responsibility of the NCAA, the SCIAC, and the University of Laverne to promote good sportsmanship only.
Well, tip-off is just moments away, 20-minute halves apart. You know, kind of a little bit of a shift. You start from high school ball, you got 4 quarters, and then you go college, you got 2 20-minute halves, and then if you're fortunate enough to play at the next level, you go back to the quarter system. Are you a fan of one or the other?
You know, they made the switch on the women's side, so we play 4 quarters. For the style, if you're a fast tempo team, you prefer the halves.
Absolutely.
For a possession by possession team, you prefer the quarters. You know, so it just depends on what style you're coaching.
So then I'm assuming you did not like the change then.
I did not like the change.
We'll have a chance to see the style and tempo of the women's basketball team after our first game. We got men's basketball. Max Karam for the Leopards will jump against Jeremy Horn, the senior, 6'10", out of Lower Marion High School.
It's Kobe Bryant, home of Kobe Bryant.
Absolutely. Well, the Stags win the tip. Miles President corrals it. They get things going to Brian Kenyon. Tevin McLean defending. They get it down low to Horn. Guarded by Karam. Horn's going to go to work. Pass to the top of the key. Get the ball into Horn on Taylor. A little left hook shot. Easy bucket inside. Horn established the position early on. You like to see that, Coach?
Yeah, I do, and that's the struggles that I said Jared has been faced with all year, guarding someone 5-6 inches taller than him.
So it's 2-0 Stags. Here's Jordan Allen at the top of the key, guarded by Miles President. Pass it over to Tevin McLean. They get a wing ball screen, cross-court pass. Here's Taylor. Taylor thought about the 3, drives, taking it to the hole himself, and he's going to get fouled. He'll go to the line shooting 2. Nice aggressive move by Taylor.
Yeah, and you know, that's the key to his game. He needs to come out, be more aggressive from the start, try to get some easy buckets from the line. You know, you only get one senior night, so you got to make it a good one.
Jared Taylor on the season, 63% from the charity stripe. First one rattles in and out and back in. Buries it home. So he won't go scoreless on the senior night.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Get the first one out of the way. Hits the back of the iron, 1 for 2. Stags working from left to right on your screen. They're in their red uniforms. Here's a pass on the right wing. Tevin McLean went down. Sinai Enoch gets the rebound on the miss. And we'll pull things up. Jared Taylor clears out McLean. Enoch on top of the key, guarded by Kenyon. Over to Allen. Inside to Karam. Karam turns in face on the free throw line, drives, gets it stripped and stolen by Kenyon. Kenyon in transition to Miles President. President's pass is tipped by McLean, taken away. Here goes Enoch the other way. The lefty gets to the side that he wants and finishes Laverne with a 3-2 lead. A little fast tempo, especially when you get a steal. It's easier to go out in transition.
Yeah, he's pretty good in the open court. We got to try to get him out in open court more often.
Brian Kenyon passed it over to his teammate Mitchell Kirsch. Kirsch on the drive, a little hand check on Tevin McLean. So it'll be side out of bounds. Miles President will take it out for the Stags. It's 3-2 Leopards. Leopards in their white home uniforms, working from right to left on your screen. Pass was fumbled by Kirsch, tipped away by McLean, and it'll stay with the Stags. McLean with a lot of effort early on.
Well, I watched the men's practice yesterday, and they came out being more aggressive. That was going to be their tone that they wanted to set today. It's like, hey, we remember last game. You're not going to do it again this game.
And speaking of last game, CMS had their way with Laverne as Miles President, the third best three-point shooter in SCIAC, misses his first attempt today. Last time they played CMS over at the Stags home court, they had their way with Laverne, winning 83-54. Laverne's coming out strong early on with a lot of defensive pressure. Here's Taylor with the pump fake, driving, now going left, goes back to his right hand, misses, and the Stags collect the rebound. Here's Jeremy Horn, the senior. Hit it down low to Horn. Horn working on Karen. No double team coming. They're just going to let Karen defend him, and Horn missed it. Enoch with his second rebound already, pushing it up ahead to Taylor. So 17-13 to go in the first half. Laverne with a 3-2 lead. Kind of both teams struggling a little bit from the field. They had Tevin McLean open off that flex screen. It didn't look like he was ready for the pass as Jordan Allen lets it fly from three and buries it home. It's 6-2 Leopards, and they're going full court press on the Stags.
Full court, try to speed the Stags up, get them uncomfortable, something that they're really not used to playing.
There's Mitchell Kirsch bringing it across the court. Over to Miles President, back to Kirsch on the left wing. Kirsch picks up his dribble, Taylor hounds him, and slipping loose underneath, but blew the easy one. Tevin McLean with the rebound, pushing it up ahead. Here's Jordan Allen in transition, goes right to the body of Miles President and blew the layup off the glass. Still 6-2 Leopards lead with 16 minutes to go in the first half.
You know, sometimes with those plays, the ref let them play, and sometimes they don't. You never know. You just got to play on how the ref's calling the game.
Enoch battling down low with his third board already. Here's Karam letting it fly from three off the back of the iron. Looked good from our vantage point. 6-2, Leopards with the lead. A lot of energy. ULV pep band right in front of us, helping the crowd get pepped up. A beautiful screen that freed up Kirsch, but he lost control. A push off on Tevin McLean. Three ball is short off the hands. $15:30 to go. Jordan Allen will cool things down a little bit offensively. Allen stops on the right elbow. Here's Taylor. Gonna let it fly from beyond the arc, bearing it home.
He's feeling it. You were right. The first free throw got him into a rhythm.
Taylor hits his first field goal of the night. Enoch got hit hard on a screen. No call on the play. Sinai still down on the court. And Taylor, the senior, is going to go over and try to help up his teammate. It's 9-2 Leopards. A lot of defensive pressure. 3 Leopards are going to check in.
The refs are letting them play tonight.
They're letting them play. One foul apiece through the first 5 minutes, and it has been a very physical start. CMS, it seems like they were not ready, as the crowd is going to give a hand to Enoch as he's going to walk over to the bench. I think they might get a subs for him.
You know, sometimes you just got to get up and shake it off and play. You only got a game left. Shake it off. You'll be all right, big fella.
So they do give him a sub. Checking into the game is Trevor Anderson alongside Tyler Ridley and Isaiah Knox for the Leopards. Here's Miles President guarded by Knox. Miles President gets around him, right hand layup good. Miles President, a 4-year player at CMS, graduated from Ayala 4 years ago, and that team had a lot of talent. Austin Owusuka, the main one on that team. Saw him play a lot of high school games early on, and he has flourished here at CMS.
You know, that's the good advantage about being a 4-year player. You actually get in the system, you get to learn. At this level, we don't have to worry about the one and dones and everything that comes with it, and it's good to have a good 4-year player.
And you see the same system, development, and it's just beautiful to see what can happen.
Right.
Scores 9-4, CMS trailing with 14:30 to go in the first half. There's a pass over to Josh Engel. And here's Keeley. Keeley driving on Ridley. Ridley swats it out of the house. Tyler Ridley with a block.
Man, that kid, that's one of the most athletic kids on the team. He's a year removed from that ACL injury, but he's getting better every game.
The sophomore for the Leopards only got into the games this year, as Coach Pruitt mentioned, the ACL injury that put him out a year. So foul underneath, one of the rare calls we see that'll be on Tevin McLean, his second. And on the line, shooting two is George Walker. First free throw is pure as Sinai checks back in for Tevin McLean, who sits with 2 fouls. So Sinai able to walk it off a little bit. Still looks a little groggy, but once he gets the ball in his hands, he's ready to go.
He'll be all right. That's what instant offense. Offense always cures any injury. It's the defense is when the injury lingers.
Oh, yeah. You look fine offensively, you get back on defense. What's going on? So George Walker nails the 2 free throws. It's a 3-point game. Laverne up by 3, 9-6. Here's Knox on the right elbow. We'll pull it out. Here's Sinai. Dropping it into Jared Taylor. And he was fouled when he turned around to face up on Keeley.
So Isaiah Knox, he kind of reminds me of Latrell Sprewell in his stature, in his posture, in his athletic ability.
And I could see that. Isaiah Knox wearing number 1. Might have got away with the travel, did Anderson. Here's Enoch. And then it down to Ridley. Ridley with a nice drop step. Missed the right-hand hook. And the Stags are working on the opposite side. Pass outside, back cut, driving. Ridley with the block again, his second of the game. Taylor corrals the rebound, and here's Enoch in transition. Hits by a few. Stags to the cup for 2.
Gotta love the kid, man. The gift and the curse.
There's Keeley with the cross-court pass. President, quick ball movement by CMS. Drive, stop. Crowd wanted to travel. Enoch goes down, and Miles President gets another one.
Is that the senior versus the sophomore?
Yep.
Welcome to the conference, young fella.
Absolutely. One leaving the conference and one going to be one of the stars of the conference for the next couple of years. Enoch with the pass to Taylor. Got Keeley up in the air. Beautiful move.
And 1.
13-8. Taylor has the crowd on the feet.
It's nifty big man.
All footwork from Taylor early on as Miles President, a little shimmy, blew the layup.
Oh, good closeout.
Uncontested as they got around Anderson for 2. That was Josh Engel. 13-10. Enoch knocks down the triple. It's 16-10. Leopards, 12 minutes to go in the first half.
You know, if Jared, he still loves basketball, but, you know, I can see him going out there playing football at tight end for a year before he leaves.
I can see that as well. He's got the size. And Tyler Ridley pins him on the backboard. But Josh Engel with a 3. Tyler Ridley, third block of the game, but a fortunate bounce for CMS. It's 16-13. Laverne still with the 3-point lead. Here's Sinai driving in, kick out pass, got deflected by Engel.
What a lot of people don't realize is this is still a young Laverne team, and the future is going to be really bright.
Absolutely. I mean, you see it right here as Jared Taylor heads to the bench alongside Anderson and Ridley. Only one senior that's going to be leaving you next year.
You know, you go out, you get a couple more pieces, and the sky's the limit.
Isaiah Knox corrals it. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Laverne with a 16-13 lead, trying to play a little spoiler to CMS. Knox with a beautiful fade, but missed everything. And a travel by Josh Engel. Just that little added pressure forces you to play a little bit different. And CMS, as Coach Pruitt mentioned earlier, they are not used to playing a team that's going to press them full court and be up in your grill 24/7.
Hey, and you know what? You can't simulate this in practice. The first time you see it is live.
Jordan Allen up and under, back to the right hand, missed the layup, battling for it, and corralling it are the Stags. That's George Walker with the beautiful rebound, and Allen with the nice steal, getting in the passing lane, running back in transition defensively. Now here's Enoch, and ask for that high ball screen over to Shaw. Here's Allen in the corner. Finds Shaw as he slipped the screen. Underneath, got 2 Stags on him, puts up the easy 2.
So my thing is, how do you ignore that contact to the pity pat stuff on the other end? It's like you got to have some kind of consistency.
You got to have some consistency and figure it out.
But the one excuse I got one time was, Coach, they got an unfair advantage. And I was like, what? She's bigger than everyone.
So?
what?
18-13 ULV with the lead over CMS with 10:32. The Stags needed a timeout. But you got to have consistency, because when you don't have that consistency, that's when the players start thinking, okay, well, I'm going to start doing a little bit more, and then you get technicals, and then the refs have to do a lot of more to corral everything that's going on.
So it's like you're either going to let them play or you're not going to let them play. And that's just what it comes down to. You know, it got to be the same on both ends. But, you know, they do have a hard job.
It is tough, let me tell you. So I coach at San Dimas, high school basketball, the freshman level. And we host every single summer a freshman league. And so when my team's not playing, I got to put on a ref shirt because we don't want to pay refs during the summer. We're just trying to play. And let me tell you, I could hear every single parent in the crowd. I could hear every single coach. It is one of the most difficult jobs. From being a player and a coach, I'd rather prefer either one of those. I do not want to put on that black and white.
I couldn't put on that black and white. It'd be a lot of technical fouls.
I let them know in the beginning of the game, Coach, I'm going to let them play a little bit.
And that's fair.
I'm going to let go of the other stuff. I'll call the murders.
That's fair.
It.
That's all you can ask for.
So the timeout's over. 18-13, Leopards with a 5-point advantage. 10:20 to go in the first half. Ball on the left wing, getting it down low. Seth Shaw guarding him. Might have walked, got away with it. That's Rhett Carter, the freshman, 6'9".
You know, I've seen a lot of questionable travel calls on both ends, so I look like we're just not going to call it today.
You can grab your suitcase and head to any continent you want today. Enoch had a clean look at the top of the key. There's going to be a foul away from the ball. It'll be CMS. Baseline out of bounds. Laverne still with that full court pressure. Halfway through the first half, and Laverne has a 3-point advantage. It's 18-15. Mitchell Kirsch. And now Jordan Allen. It's called with the hand check. So a little bit more calls.
They're getting more aggressive now. The refs, you know, they're letting them play now.
It's 4 fouls on Laverne, 2 for CMS. As Kirsch is with the ball, passes it to his brother, and his brother bears it home. Mitchell Kirsch, the younger brother, the junior, is number 44 who just put it home. 18-17, CMS down by 1. Maxwell Kirsch wearing number 22. He's the senior and older brother of Mitchell.
So how do you think it is to play with your brother?
You know, it's probably going back and forth, left and right, competing here and there. But it's got to be fun.
Yep.
It's got to be fun. You see, I had an older brother, but he was far from the athletic type, and so never really had the chance. And here's Enoch on the top of the key. 9 minutes to go in the first half. The Leopards' lead that was once 5 is down to 1. And now CMS, after the missed Taylor layup, has a chance to take the lead. Kirsch to his brother. Wide open on the left wing, missed the 3-ball. And it looks like CMS is going to stay with possession. It'll be baseline out of bounds. Kirsch going to work on Knox and gets the and one. Beautiful finish. CMS corrals the lead once again. It is now 19-18. A chance to make it 2 if he could bury home a free throw.
You know, those are the plays that define you winning and losing the game. Those hard-fought buckets.
The older Kirsch, Maxwell, knocks home the free throw on the 3-point play, and it's 20-18 CMS. Isaiah Knox will bring up the ball across midcourt. Jared Taylor's pass to Enoch. A little miscommunication there. Enoch was looking for the back cut, and Taylor was looking for the quick reversal. Have a timeout on the floor. 20-18 CMS. As they have weathered the early storm that Laverne has set. 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. So, Coach, you've probably been in this situation before. You get that initial boost against a team that you're expected to lose to across everyone's standards. And you get that initial bump. You let them know that you're here. You fight well. And now CMS kind of composes themselves a little bit, regains the lead. What changes do you make on that sideline to get that team going again?
I mean, I think Coach Reed just did a good job of calling the timeout, refocusing the guys, get them back on the same page, and now it's just like, hey, guys, we got to man up. Come on, we here. We proved we should be here. Do not give up.
Coach Reed for the Leopards, 13th year coaching at ULV.
It's a long time.
Getting it down low, inside, great position, but blew the easy one. Seth Shaw just walling up down low in the paint. Collected his rebound as well. Taylor on the right wing. No one to pass it to, so he's just going to bulldoze his way through. And they're going to call a charge on Taylor.
You know, those are the calls, I can say it. Those are calls I do not agree with. It's a block. He's moving. Or it's a no call and let him play. Don't stop the play. I don't agree with it.
I agree with you 100%. So Taylor, player control foul, his first personal of the game.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Ref. I'm 100 pounds heavier than that guy.
And you're right. The guy is moving. Jordan Allen tipping the pass. Out of bounds. It'll stay with CMS. Baseline out of bounds.
I told you, that's that I love to see him in them pads coming across the tight ends for a little bit.
Here's Mitchell Kirsch over to the big guy, Carter. Maxwell driving on Taylor, right-hand layup. And CMS has their largest lead of the game. It is now 22-18. Checking into the ball game is Paul Antunis, the top of the key. The freshman gets the screen from Taylor. Kicking it back to Taylor. Taylor from 3, missed it, rebounded by Carter. The Stags are going in transition. Laverne able to stop them early on. There's Mitchell down low. Pass was blocked by McLean. And Shaw with the defense on Carter. Another miss by Carter early on. So the size advantage for CMS really hasn't been that big of an advantage early on, as Seth Shaw letting it fly from 3, Almost missed everything, just got the front of the rim.
He was open, but I don't know if that's a shot Coach Reed wanted him to take, but he may have been open for a reason. I haven't seen him take too many of those this year.
He was open, and just to let you know, that was his 4th 3 attempt all season long, and he's 0 for 4. So a shot that, you're right, and he's going to go have a seat on the bench after that one. Tyler Ridley checks back in for Seth Shaw, who missed the 3 in the right corner. CMS, ball underneath. 22-18. Miles President getting guarded by the freshman Antonis. And President gets the foul. He'll go to the line shooting 2.
It's like, young fella, you are 6'6". Make him shoot over you. You don't have to jump.
6:44 to go in the first half as Miles President will go to the free throw line for the first time today. And President knocks it down. One for 2 visit as Taylor corrals the rebound. It's a 5-point advantage for CMS. Laverne has not hit a bucket in quite some time. So here's McLean on the top of the key. Dribbles over to the right wing, gets the screen from Ridley. Driving in the paint. And a foul on the ground. It'll be on number 4, Brian Kenyon, the freshman. His first personal foul, 4th team foul. And a sub for the Stags, it'll be Charles Meng.
You know, sometimes when you need a bucket, sometimes you just need that guy who can put their head down and get to the bucket or get a foul. And just like that what Coach Reed did in that sequence.
Here's Jared Taylor to Tyler Ridley. Ridley inside for a while. Now comes out. Here's Enoch. Get the ball into their leading scorer's hands, and he's fouled. They'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's the break we needed. We needed to either get to the line or get a good shot.
Sinai nets home the free throw. Shooting 76% on the free throw line this season. Knocks down 2 shots, and it's a 3-point game as Jordan Allen will check in for Tevin McLean, who sits with 2 fouls. Sinai now with 9 points on the game. Sinai actually, Coach, if you believe it or not, has yet to miss in the game. Perfect from the free throw line and perfect from the field.
Hey, it's a good day for him. He's also not jacking up a lot of shots like normal. He's playing through a system today.
Oh, my God. Coach Pruitt, he keeps it real. So here's Kirsch on the right wing, guarded by Allen. Drive and a pull-up, miss, and Enoch with his 4th rebound today. Might go for a career high on the boards today. Normally doesn't crash as much as he's doing today.
I think his upside is real good. I really like the kid. I just think, I think he'll be really good for Laverne. Like, he has a chance to be a 1,000-point scorer.
Taylor with the step-back 3, just missed it. And that's high praise for Enoch. Chance to be a 1,000-point scorer. There's a pass to Keeley. Keeley over to Miles President. And so 0 for 2 is President from beyond the arc. Coming into today, 43% from the 3-point line.
Ooh,
3rd in SCIAC, but he's off today early on.
That's like exceptional. 43%. That's like a kid every 2 shots he's going to hit one of them, just about.
Antonis with the step back off the back of the iron. Chance to tie it up, but they missed it. And
I don't mind that shot if you follow it. Like, don't fall back. It's not going in. Just follow it and get your own rebound.
Jeremy
Coach
Orr,
Reed, I think he's
Coach Reed with the blazer off now, talking to Antonis. And I think he's not only upset about falling with the shot, but say, hey, where were you getting back in transition?
He's a freshman. He's a freshman.
He is a freshman. And he has been playing well as of late. That's why he's been getting a little bit of more minutes early on towards the end of this season.
He's a good piece to build around.
25-20, CMS with a 5-point lead. 4:36 to go in the first half. Fouls are 7 on Laverne and 5 on CMS. The CMS will be shooting the rest of the way. It'll be Laverne basketball after the easy bucket by Jeremy Horn. So here's Sinai with 9 points and 5 rebounds. Guarded by Charles. Here's Ridley on the right elbow. Driving inside, down to the left block. Got the ball poked out, but was fouled.
I think, as athletic as Ridley is, it's like you got to know what you're going to do when you get there. I think a lot of times he's indecisive, and I don't know if he's still, relying on his knee or doesn't think his knee is strong enough, but it's like, hey, you're one of the most athletic kids on the floor. When you get to that spot, you got to explode.
And you saw the last play that Coach Pruitt was talking about. He drove. He knew what he was going to do there. And then when he got there, he didn't know what he was going to do. They get the ball in all the way to the top. And here's Sinai. The lefty around the back from the screen from Taylor. Saw lane to the bucket. Goes in. First miss of the game. And it'll be CMS basketball as it was batted away off the hands of Ridley.
It's a lot of contact on that end.
Both teams are in the bonus now. Each foul, they're shooting free throws. Keeley with the 3 that looked of a form they won't teach you at the shooting clinic, but it went in.
That's Bill Cartwright-ish. Hey, it went in, though. So.
And it was nothing but net. It was as pure as can be. It's 28-20, largest lead of the game for the Stags, as Tevin McLean driving in on angle. And a foul first. McLean's going to go to the line, 1-1.
You know, that last three-point shot, that'll be the shot you'll be like, I can't believe that kid hit that shot.
And it was decently contested, too. I mean, so here's Tevin McLean. On 1-1, missed it, but Taylor, no one was boxing out him. He got the rebound. On the drive, got it stripped away by Charles Meng. Here's Meng. Stops on the top of the key and missed it all. And the crowd lets him hear it.
He was confident. He walked right into it. He let it fly, and sometimes in life you just come up short.
3:20 to go. Wise words from Coach Pruitt. There's Tevin McLean on the top of the key. Laverne down by 8. Trying to get a few positive notes before the half ends. Enoch splitting this team. Absolute filth by Enoch. Was able to split the double team off that high ball screen and then got to the cup uncontested. 11 points to lead the way for Laverne. Foul on the ground. 1-1.
Those are the calls that just leave you shaking your head sometimes. You know, and it's on both ends. Like I said, it's not favoring one team. It's just like, hey, can we get some consistency?
Well, we get a chance to see Keeley's form once again. 1 for 2 from the field.
Hey, it's money. It's wet.
You take a look at it. I mean, it's at one point the ball is on the back of his head.
Larry Bird.
Just take a look once again. Back of his head, and his first miss. Taylor grabs the rebound and stays in bounds.
Let me apologize to Larry Bird because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't like that. But
he would not like that comparison right there. 29-22. Leopards trail by 7. Jared Taylor had Keeley sealed. Ridley missed the one off the glass. Keeley with the board in transition. Bounce past the angle. Left hand missed. Now Keeley had the right idea of leading his teammate. Now here's Ridley. Stops on the right elbow once again. Doesn't know what he's going to do after that. A little dribble handoff to Sinai on the top of the key. It's the slight brush screen from Ridley. Ridley guarded by the Stags. Here's Knox driving on President. Shot clock winding down, 3 to 2. Taylor letting it fly as the shot clock expires off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Angle. 7-point advantage for CMS. They're in their red uniforms with possession right now. Over to Miles President. With a bucket here, they have a chance to get the largest lead. A lot of contact, missed the layup, no call, and corralled by Taylor.
So when does Taylor go into Kobe mode? Last game?
I think the score will dictate that.
Okay.
Jordan Allen on the top of the key. Of course, if it stays close, you can't just be, all right, kid, go out there. Take as many as you want. That was Ridley and Miles President. The jump ball, Laverne will get the possession as CMS won the tip-off. It'll be baseline out of bounds.
So how often do you think Miles here is Mr. President?
How often? Early on, he's looking pretty good. Sinai, nowhere to go, really. Missed the shot from the right wing. He's Mr. Impeached right there. There's Isaiah Knox on the left wing. Over to Enoch on the top of the key, guarded by Keeley. 29-22, CMS with the lead. Taylor on the top of the key, guarded by Walker. Trying to put the moves on Walker, and he was fouled, so Taylor will go back to the line to shoot 1-1.
So I know people will not believe it. John Malone II is the most athletic kid in the gym.
John Malone II.
Number 2.
Number 2. Most athletic kid in the gym.
In the gym.
Over Ridley.
Over Ridley.
And what makes you say that?
I just his explosiveness, the way he's above the rim in practice, but you know, once that light goes on and he can convert it over to the game, he'll be a totally different player. That's just one of the players we're waiting on.
John Malone is a sophomore here at Laverne. You see him right there on your screen, sandwiched in between number 3 of CMS, which is Jeremy Horn, number 2, Josh Angle. Taylor connected on the first on the 1-1. And knocks down the second one. So Seth Shaw comes in. Taylor will head to the bench. Likely the last time we'll see him in the first half with 40 seconds remaining. Taylor with 6 points and 7 rebounds in the first half.
It's a good night for him so far.
Isaiah Knox with the defense. Keeley with the shot from the free throw line.
I'm a believer now.
31-24, CMS with the lead. Coach Pruitt is a fan of Keeley early on. Isaiah Knox on the right wing. Shot clock is off with 5 seconds on the game clock. Pass into Shaw, no call, got it taken away. Keeley, unconventional this time, and that's why it didn't go in. At the end of the first half, CMS 31, Laverne 24. Coach, what did you see in that first half?
I like the intensity from Laverne. I like that everyone is giving it their all. I think the low-scoring game is in our favor, and I think if we can come out with the same intensity to start the second half, I think we'll give ourselves a chance to compete to win a game.
Couple of standouts for CMS early on. Miles President, the senior, 5 points early on, but kind of just playing bully basketball against the younger Laverne Leopards.
Yeah, he's showing them, hey, I'm the senior, I'm the 4-year player. I'm vying for first team all conference, and I'm going to show you why.
What did you think of Maxwell Kirsch, the older brother? 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the field.
This kid's tough. You know, he's a utility player. It looks like, you know, he can play all 5 positions at this level, and they're maxing him out. They're getting the most out of him that he can give.
And that's part of the reason why they have a 31-24-point lead. On the flip side for Laverne, making it a single-digit game right now, 7-point game. Jared Taylor, 6 points, 7 rebounds. What have you seen from the big guy?
you know, the big guy's coming out. He's leaving it all out tonight. You know, he's being super aggressive tonight. You know, he's passing the ball and he's playing good team basketball. He wants to win tonight.
And as well as Sinai Enoch has a game-high 11 points to go along with 5 rebounds. It's a 31-24 CMS lead at the end of the first half. Alongside Coach Jason Pruitt, I'm Billy Lopez. We'll be back shortly for the second half.
Hi, I'm Terry Bradshaw. Like many of you, I took the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge back in the summer of 2014. It was cold and it was a lot of fun. But there's nothing fun about ALS. It robs a person of their ability to walk, to talk, and to eventually breathe. It's also fatal, usually within a few years, and is emotionally and financially devastating to thousands of families across America. It's truly a brutal and nasty disease. But we're making progress thanks to many of you. Since the Ice Bucket Challenge, we've seen new ALS genes discovered, new technology developed that helps people with ALS, and new potential treatments in the pipeline. We still have a lot of work to do. I'm no scientist, but I can tell you this: if we can cure ALS, we can cure anything. Please join me in the fight against ALS.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Billy Lopez alongside Coach Jason Pruitt of the women's basketball team, bringing to you this Division III SCIAC matchup between CMS and ULV. First half stats of the men's game, Coach. Teams both shooting kind of the same percentage around here. The big thing, what do you see?
We're getting out-rebounded. The hustle points. That's part of the hustle points that the Leopards need to take control of.
The turnovers, 6 on Laverne, 4 of CMS. Just those few couple plays, those 5 rebounds that have an advantage for CMS is 5 more chances to shoot the basketball, as well as the 2 turnovers that they have over on top of them. They get the ball down low inside early on. Here's Kirsch with the beautiful pass to Horn for the easy deuce. Largest lead of the game, 33-24, as Laverne trails by 9. Now get the ball inside to Jared Taylor, and Taylor finishes first bucket of the second half. 33-26. Pass to Miles President on the right wing, guarded by Jordan Allen. Miles President trying to create a little bit of space, having a bit of difficulties. Nice back cut by Kirsch. Brother to brother on the connection for 2. 35-26, CMS over Laverne. McLean's pass to Enoch. Enoch a little too much dribbling, and Horn was able to take it away. There's Miles President in transition, still has yet to hit a 3.
That's those hustle points that we were just talking about.
Loose ball, and you notice Horn, the biggest guy on the court, is the one guy that was down on the floor. Max Karam just trying to reach over the top. You gotta dive on the floor if you want that basketball.
Yeah, it's like, Max, look at your physique, man. You lift weights. Just get on top of it.
McLean off the screen from Karen. Here's Allen. Allen on President. Taylor with a beautiful pass. There's Max from the right wing, burying it home. A former ULV player, Jordan Stokes, former San Dimas alum as well. He's hyping up the crowd.
Yeah. You know, sometimes all you need is a little home support.
A few other alum here today. I have a bit of a story with Jordan Stokes. Now, I'm not too sure he remembers it. So I'm coming in San Dimas High School, freshman year, getting ready for our first day of tryouts. And I see Jordan Stokes. He's a senior there already now. And the varsity just finishing up practice. And they're like, oh, look at the freshman, look at the freshman. They tell me, just stand underneath the rim and see how high you could reach the net. And I did that, and then 2 seconds later, Jordan Stokes is flying over me and dunking.
I already knew where it was going. They got you.
They got me. 35-29 is the score. ULV down by 6, and they have a chance here to trim it even more. Pass inside to Max Karam. He's letting it fly. He was feeling good with 1 second on the shot clock, but he missed it. Miles President in transition. Him and Jordan Allen have been going at it.
Man, they've really been going at it today.
Horn with the offensive board, and Sinai trying to get the ball. Got a piece of him. (35-29) on the line. Here's Jeremy Horn, 6'10".
You know, I was chatting with him before the game. He was looking for the gym, and, you know, he had told me one of his Kobe Bryant stories, last memory since he actually went to the high school.
Right.
But I was like, dude, did you all have all the Kobe apparel? He said, yeah, we got like 8 pair of shoes, you know.
Gosh. Jeremy Horn, 6'10", out of Lower Marion High School, of course, where the great Kobe Bryant went to high school. You know, I'm told that if he did need to go to college, Kobe was coming to Laverne.
Hey, it would have been the tents wouldn't be the tents. It would be the Kobe.
Beautiful passing in transition. Taylor to finish it off. Almost banked it in from the right corner. Cross-court pass, Sinai from left wing. Couple of misses and huge opportunities there to bring down the tents. It would not go down. There's Kirsch with the miss, Taylor with the board.
So this is the versatility of him, being able to bring the ball up the floor.
With the moves and the quick finish. He's eating today, 37-31, 6-point game. $16 minutes to go in the game. Here's Kirsch driving on Taylor. Got a bump on the drive. It's Taylor's second personal foul. I'd like to thank our SID. You know, they gather so much information. Get the websites going as Horn gets an easy bucket off the baseline out of bounds. 39-31, Anthony Avila just does it all.
Hey, he believed in me. He gave me a shot. That's why you hear my voice today. If it wasn't for him, you know, you would never hear my voice.
Is that true? Is he the one who said, you know what, Coach, you got to go and do it?
You know, he gave me all the confidence in the world, you know. So, you know, I'm forever indebted to him, you know. So, you know, one day after coaching and you see me up there with Charles Barkley and Chris Webber and all those guys, you know, you're going to remember Anthony gave him his shot.
I hope you say that live. Everyone else will be like, 39-31.
And I'm not going without Billy Ray.
I will go as well. Ball on top of the key, get it down low inside the Horn. Missed the shot. Taylor corralled yet another rebound. Oh. Well, that's how you get out and run in transition. 39-33. Once again, it's a 6 6-point game.
Rim to rim, baby. That's your only job. Run rim to rim. Good things happen when you do that.
The Stags are in a fight that they did not see coming. Got Taylor in the air. A lot of contact. Isaiah Knox with the block. Jared Taylor with the rebound.
Oh!
Bad pass. Taylor trying to take the charge. And has got called for the block. And that's going to be foul number 4 now on Jared Taylor.
You got to protect him from himself. It's senior night. He has to sit. He has to sit. I know he's having a good game, but you don't want to foul out on your senior night.
Jared Taylor, 10 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist. As the shot is missed by Maxwell Kirsch. Maxwell and his brother Mitchell out of New Hampshire went to Phillips Exeter Academy High School. A long ways from New Hampshire. A 1-for-2 visit from the free throw line. 40-33. And Coach Ken Scalamani is saying, you know what, you want to press us full court, we'll do the same thing to you this time. Whole second half, full court pressure both ways. Beautiful pass from Enoch to Ridley to the cup for 2.
You know, when that knee is well, that's a dunk next year. It better be a dunk next year.
I cannot wait.
I would run him every time he did not dunk the basketball.
40-35, 5-point game. Here's Jordan Allen with the defense. Isaiah Knox now. Miles President on the top of the key for the Stags. Got Allen to move, and Miles President. I thought he was going to throw that one down.
Hey,
got a little close.
Mr. President, I like that action.
42-35. Jordan Allen for Laverne. In their white uniforms, their home unis, working from left to right. Inside is Shaw. Shaw.
What's the...
Well, I was confused a little bit. I was like, I've never seen that. What was that? But
I'm going to let you tackle
referee
that.
says, okay, foul away from the basketball. Sinai Enoch fouled shooting 3.
Is it a makeup call? I'm just asking. I got some friends that just wanted to know the answer.
Well, I think he got him in the hand, don't you think?
Okay.
I don't know if the trailer has that replay for us or not, but I'm telling you, it looked like a foul.
Okay. Hey, I take whatever. Laverne, I'm pretty sure Laverne will take whatever they can get.
Well, the ball doesn't lie. We'll see if he can convert on all 3. 42-36 is the score right now. Enoch's got 2 more. Knocks down the next one. Up to 13 points now to go along with 5 boards and 2 assists. A really good game for Sinai.
It's a nice crowd in the tents on a beautiful day.
It's a very nice crowd. And not only that, sometimes you get people in the seats, but it's one thing to get them to evoke emotion.
Yes.
And it is very emotional here in the tents from just about everywhere you look. 42-38, Sinai buried home all 3 free throws, so it was a good foul. No kick ball. It'll be Stag basketball sideline on the opposite side of the court.
You know what would be a first? If the officials took a timeout to regroup and regather.
You might need one. Officials timeout. 42-38, 4-point game. Laverne was once down by 9. They have gone on a 5-0 run. Nowhere to go for Keeley. Now here's Angle. Angle driving on Knox. Dumps it off down low to Walker. Walker walked underneath, missed the layup. Missed it once again, tapped away. Keeley thought about it. Angle will take it, top of the key. Missed it.
What?
And a loose ball foul. Seth Shaw doesn't look happy, and it's going to be on Shaw. The ref saying he's trying to hook him on the way over there.
Hook 'em horns, baby.
42-38, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Stags basketball, baseline out of bounds. Angle to Keeley, behind the back shot. This time it's short. And another foul this time. It'll go on CMS, Laverne basketball. And after a quick breather, Sinai will check back in. This time for Jordan Allen. Jordan Allen, before the game, was one of our players to watch, and he's one of those players, Coach, where you might not see where he contributed at the end of the day when you're looking at a stat sheet, but, man, has he contributed today.
Hey, he's been steady all season long. You know what you're going to get from that kid. And, you know, he's a perfect program kid. You know, he's going to give it all every night.
And Tyler Ridley with the travel.
That's what we were talking about
I think it was
earlier.
our first travel today.
First travel of the day.
First travel of the day, 4-point game.
Got to meet the call quarter. Got to check the box. Make sure we get every call.
We were talking about Ridley.
He gets to his spot and he doesn't know what he's doing. I just don't know if it's the explosiveness is not there yet or, you know, if it's in his mind.
Healy with the quick pass, corner 3 from Angle. Ridley with the rebound. It was a couple of opportunities for CMS to score there on the offensive boards. Ridley once again gets to the spot, finds a safety. There's McClain for 3. Missed it.
The gym is just waiting to erupt.
Vern's waiting for that big shot to fall down, and it's going to have to wait a little ways longer as Miles President could not get the friendly roll. And it's going to be another call on Seth Shaw. He picked up 3 fouls in a hurry.
Mr. President is a real good basketball player. Sometimes the ball is just not going in, but these moves he's making, you can see why what 4 years has done for his career.
He is, man. Words cannot express what he's doing, but you're right. Sometimes it just doesn't go in. You're doing everything right.
And he's doing it in a system.
And that's going to be a technical foul. Well, we talked about it before. We talked about a little bit of the inconsistencies that we were going to see early on. As Sinai's going to try to knock down a pair of free throws, misses the first one, in and out. And that's what happens.
You said it earlier. It's like you've seen this before.
Offensive rebounds. Let me just give you this one number, Coach. 13 offensive rebounds for CMS, 3 for Laverne.
Those 13 offensive rebounds are 13 extra possessions that CMS has gotten on the offensive end. That's demoralized. It demoralizes a team.
Turnovers, 12 for Laverne, 6 for CMS.
That's another 12 extra possessions that we have gave CMS.
And you talk about one of your goals this year coming in was that you wanted to shoot 100 shots a game.
Correct.
And you say, okay, well, how are you going to get those extra shots? Offensive rebounds, forced turnovers. That is huge. If you take away, you just take away a few turnovers, take away a few offensive rebounds, this 4-point game, it might be a Laverne lead.
Right. And, you know, too many people, the proof is in the numbers. The numbers do not lie. And, you know, so many people overlook those small numbers instead of relying on the statistics that you get from those numbers. It's just, you know, you either believe or you don't.
And you say, we'll take a look right here. Laverne, 13 for 33. They are shooting just under 40%, a higher clip than CMS, but CMS 16 of 50. They've shot 17 more times than Laverne.
And, you know, that's what I believe in. I need those extra shots because I don't believe kids these days put the work in to be consistent jump shot shooters.
Right.
So you have to get those intangibles from somewhere else. And I think the offensive rebounding category is always open.
So Sinai goes 1 for 2 on the technical foul. And it's a 3-point game. Sinai going to the opposite hand. Might have took 3 steps, but he still got the bucket. And it's a 1-point game. 11:30 to go. The crowd getting to go on the defense. Horn down low. Ridley with another block, his 4th of the game. Laverne basketball.
You're getting a glimpse of the future right now.
Tyler Ridley. And he's just testing out the waters of his knee right now. 42-41, Laverne can reclaim the lead that they once had. Sinai getting guarded. He's going to take a deep three. Missed it. Rebounded by Maxwell.
That's heat check. You remember those shots I tell you you love and you hate sometimes?
Yep. J.D. Levine over to Angle. Now here's Maxwell. Over to J.D. for three. Well short, and Sinai collects his 6th rebound of the game. Coach Reed calling out the play from the top. Gets the high ball screen from Ridley, and they're going to call a screen foul on Ridley. Did he lean in that shoulder a little bit, Coach?
He gave him a love tap. I seen it. Look, it's about angles, and we had the perfect angle.
That's true. But the ref who called it was on the opposite side, so I don't know what angle he saw.
He saw the reaction.
But he got the right call.
Got the right call.
42-41 CMS with a 1-point lead, as low as a lead as you can have. On the senior night of all nights, another time that Horn is able to come off that high ball screen right there. Beautiful footwork. You set that screen, you open up that pivot, and you got your man sealed, especially with that size differential. That's bread and butter.
There's nothing you can do.
It's a 3-point lead once again, 44-41. Isaiah Knox on the right wing, guarded by Miles President. Over to Enoch. Enoch off the brush screen. His jumper missed it. And it'll be Stags basketball. Coach Reed did not like that shot selection from Enoch. 44-41, halfway through the second half now. Exactly 9:55 to go. Baseline drive, and Brian Kenyon missed everything. The freshman with the freshman-style layup was asking for a foul, but he missed everything. Almost got the top of the shot clock. 9:50 to go in the game. Jared Taylor, the senior, the lone senior for the Leopards, is going to check back in. There's a foul on President. 5th foul on CMS as Taylor checks in with his 4 fouls. Going to the bench will be Jordan Allen, so it's a tough moment for Taylor.
Here we go. Moment of truth. I'm nervous for him. I got butterflies for him.
Just about he's probably got half the crowd in here just came to see him.
So if he fouls out, do you just go home?
You might. Here's Knox on the top of the key. Over to McLean. McLean with the drive, a left hand layup, no good. Rebounded by President. Over to Maxwell Kirsch to his brother, Mitchell Kirsch for 2.
See, sometimes people go in for those layups and they look for the contact instead of just going in and just making the shot and letting the contact come.
Isaiah Knox crosses the ball, crosses the half-court line. It is now a 5-point game. 4-0 run for CMS after Laverne got it down to 1. Sinai over to McLean. McLean driving. Over to Knox. Knox for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Laverne has struggled from 3. 4 of 16 in the game. 46-41, 5-point advantage. 8:40 to go in the game. Here's Maxwell. Good job by Taylor to seal off Horn that time. Horn over to Maxwell. Little baseline jumper. No good, and Horn followed the shot and got the bucket. That's going to be a timeout. I think CMS called that timeout right there after they got that 7-point lead. A 6-0 run, Coach, after Laverne got it down to 42-41.
That's gut check. We got to call a timeout. We got to reestablish what we do. Don't get caught up in the hype in the crowd. Continue to play Leopard basketball.
CMS with a 7-point advantage. 8:27 to go. So we saw shots of the ULV pep band. I mean, you could see them almost at every single sporting event. That pep band is always there.
I put in a request one day and I said, hey, I love that Sports Center theme song. Can we get that in the rotation? They told me they'll work on it.
Are we going to potentially hear that in a few hours?
Maybe senior night. Senior night.
Okay. So we might see it. 48-41. CMS with the advantage over ULV. And the size advantage, Jeremy Horn, he was only with 4 points in the first half, Coach. He has now 14 points and 6 rebounds.
Big man, play big. Do your job. Clean up everything. Then we'll give you a couple touches. And he is doing that.
And that's part of the reason why CMS went on that 6-0 run. 4 of the 6 points came off the hands of Jeremy Horn. It'll be Laverne basketball. CMS electing to still pressure. Isaiah Knox will bring up the ball. Tyler Ridley, Jordan Allen will check in on the next dead ball. Here's Jared Taylor, the senior, dropping it down low to Seth Shaw. Shaw, nowhere to go, pass it out to Knox, almost lost it. Enoch with the battle, still bouncing around, and CMS has possession. That's Brian Kenyon, the freshman. The freshman Kenyon. President, 11 points a game, leading the way alongside Jeremy Horn, who's at 11 as well. 48-41. There's Kirsch going right into the body of McLean. A tough bucket, and it's a 9-point advantage.
Those brothers are the motor of the team. They make this team go. They're hard-nosed players.
And you can tell they've been playing together for quite some time, just that chemistry that they have. They find each other on the court within the system that you've always talked about. Isaiah Knox, beautiful step back J on Miles President, left it a little short. 50-41, Laverne going on one of those dry spells that they went on in the first half. One thing they can't go on a dry spell is the defense. And he got a moving screen this time on Brian Kenyon. Kenyon arguing it a little bit, still arguing as Tyler Ridley and Jordan Allen will check in for Jared Taylor and Isaiah Knox. 7 minutes to go in the game.
Still in striking distance. We just got to get poised. Laverne just has to get a good shot off.
9-point game. Tonight guarded by J.D. Levine. J.D. Levine, probably one of the most undersized players on the court at 5'9". Ridley off the flop, puts it in for 2. No call. Maxwell Kirsch tried to draw the charge. 50-43.
And he got right back up. Let's play.
7-point game. Laverne found the bucket they needed. Crowd gets back into it with the defense chance. Miles President for the Stags. On the top of the key, off the screen from Horn, wide open, underneath, easy deuce. Pick and roll basketball as easy as it comes with President and Horn. Leading the way for the Stags. President now with a couple assists. Allen with the drive to Enoch. If the pass was better, Enoch was letting it fly from deep. Beautiful bounce pass inside to Ridley for 2. And a timeout. Coach Reed will get the team corralled once again. Sometimes you got to go to Ridley. Ridley's feeling it a little bit right now. He's establishing position inside, and he's not hesitating what we saw earlier in the game.
You know, as the game goes along, you get more and more confidence. And I think the good thing about today's game, this young team is getting confidence to take with them into the summer, to work out together without the coaches, and then you come back in the fall ready to compete as a team.
It can be a huge turnaround next year. And when we say huge turnaround, I mean, it's not just this season that has been a down season. It's been the past 2 years. 1 win, and then last year 1 win, and then this year 2 wins. 4 wins in 3 years, and a lot of these kids, that has a toll on them.
Yes, it does. You have to be very mentally tough, and you have to control the things that you can control. Can I get better as an individual? Can I get better as a person? And if you can control the things that you can control and hope that your teammates are doing the same thing, you got a recipe for a good team moving ahead in the future.
Tyler Ridley, one of those players that will be a player to watch next year. Just a sophomore this season, coming off that ACL injury. He's got 6 points to go along with 3 rebounds and 4 blocks. Jared Taylor heads over to the scores table. He'll check in next dead ball with 5:50 to go in the game. It's a 7-point game. CMS with the advantage, 52-45. Here's J.D. Levine getting big minutes down in the crunch time. Pass over to Mitchell Kirsch. Off the screen from Horn. McLean with the defense. And a foul. Tevin McClain, the guilty party. Beautiful defense, but then once that hand comes down, it's almost automatic you're going to get that call. Third personal foul on McClain.
You know, what I have come up with as a solution, and, you know, it's just my opinion, you got to teach your bigs to protect the net, like in volleyball, so you don't break the plane. The only thing you're moving is your wrist. I'm going to actually try it, so I'll let you know how it works next year.
All right, well, we're going to try to see how that works. So when you go out and put that in practice, do you set up a volleyball net and
I was instructed,
have them practice to do
no,
that?
I was instructed to take them through a volleyball practice of protecting the net.
Okay. 54-45, a 9-point game. McClain to Taylor. Taylor on the top of the key. Pass to McClain. Ridley letting it fly from 3. Missed it. Allen trying to get it. Can't get it. Kirsch with the ball. Ball in the hands of J.D. Levine. A bounce pass to Maxwell. To Miles President. President, bounce pass inside to Horn. Horn, hook shot, in and out. Taylor with the board. The Leopards need something here if they want to stay close. It's 9 points right now. CMS with the lead. Sinai with his jersey flowing. Passed out to Ridley. McClain hesitated, back to Ridley. And Horn's giving Ridley some space from there. Another split double team. Taylor with a beautiful reverse layup. Up and under from the left to the right. And the crowd has faith once again with 4:20 to go. They're begging for a stop. Maxwell, basket cut. Beautiful find inside the Horn.
That's trusting your teammate. I know where you're going to be at, big fella.
And the 7-point lead stretches once again to 9. Back cut. Ridley going right at the big guy, Horn. And too many steps. Horn's going to help up Ridley. And Taylor will come in. 56-47. Seth Shaw checks in. Tyler Ridley will head to the bench after the travel. Coach Reed having a chat with him, drawing up something on the board. So it might just be a short visit for Ridley on the bench. 9-point game, 3:58. CMS trying to finish off the fight that Laverne has brought all game long on their senior day. Here's the drive by Keeley. Uncontested. Shaw tried to take the charge. Keeley went around him. It's an 11-point game, largest lead of the game from either side. Sinai once again to Taylor. Over to McClain. McClain off the screen from Taylor, driving inside, pulling up from 5 feet away, buries it home. 9-point game.
It's life. Still in it.
Full court pressure coming once again. J.D. Levine getting guarded by Enoch. Here's Maxwell over to Keeley. Top of the key, President. Over to the right wing. Down inside, there's Carter, who came in for Horn. Carter with the right hook shot off the glass. 60-49, 11-point game once again.
This second half, they had went to the post a lot more and just using their size advantage.
Absolutely right. There's Enoch, and too many steps for Sinai. Is the run and the fight is still hanging tough for Laverne, but they just can't seem to find the bottom of the net.
So we let's get this right. So we went from no travels to travels in a half. Good adjustment by the refs. Make the adjustment.
Everyone made the adjustments, I guess.
Everybody made the adjustments.
60-49, 11-point game, 2:30 to go. 3 would have been a backbreaker. Shaw with the rebound. Out in transition. Got to have some urgency if you're Laverne. Jared Taylor to check back in. There's Jordan Allen. Allen nowhere to go. They'll give it off to Shaw. Beautiful back cut. Got bumped by President, and Jordan Allen will go to the line, shooting 2. Well, Coach Jason Pruitt 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the game, and he's got to head out. Coach, it has been a pleasure to have you on.
Hey,
today.
I just want to thank you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to have this moment with you, and hopefully we look forward to many more.
Hopefully many more as well. Good luck today in the game. It'll be, describe what the game is playing for.
We're playing for K today,
Playing for
and it's a national game that schools around the country come to, and it's for cancer survivors. So we're going to honor local cancer survivors in the Laverne community today and honor this game to them.
Beautiful. Best of luck.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
60-50, 2 minutes to go in the game. CMS with a 10-point lead. Here's Miles President. Pass over to Keeley on the right wing, dumping it down low to Horn. It's Carter, actually, and another hook shot off the glass. 12-point game. 1:48 to go. Here's Sinai. Enoch back to Taylor. Taylor taking it to the cup. Passed out to Isaiah Knox for three. Nets it home. 9-point game, 1:33 to go. Pass up ahead. Keeley in transition. Blew the easy layup, but Carter was there to follow it up. 64-53. Too much, too little, and too late. Got a jump ball. That'll go to CMS. The minute 16 seconds to go. CMS will call a timeout. 11-point game. And so CMS hung tough. The big difference, the turnover, 17 for Laverne and only 7 turnovers for CMS. If you can go the entire game and turn the ball over single-digit times, you have a great shot at winning the game. And you compile the fact that they out-rebounded Laverne by a huge margin, 10 more rebounds than them, including 12 more offensive rebounds than them. And they turned it up a bit, got their shooting percentage to go up to 38% on the field. They struggled from beyond the arc, but they stopped trying to let it fly from beyond the arc. They went down low, went into their bigs. Jeremy Horn, 18 points, 7 boards, and then the other big fella, Rhett Carter, with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Both of them combined for 26, and at the half had only 4 points. So 22 points from them two alone. CMS, 11-point advantage. And they're just going to wind down the shot clock as low as they could get it. Shot clock now at 9 seconds. They'll get the high ball screen from Carter. Maxwell Kirsch comes off the high ball screen, pull up, nowhere to go, turning it over to Jared Taylor. And now Taylor with it. The senior Taylor, he's going to go to work. Beautiful spin move, and one. Jared Taylor will have a chance for the three-point play. 41 seconds, you just got to feed Jared Taylor now. 9-point game. You hit this, it's an 8-point game. You're going to need some turnovers, and it just does not seem as likely as possible. John Malone II will check in if Taylor can bury home this free throw. Taylor nets in the free throw. John Malone checks in. Taylor will have a seat to a big standing ovation. And he will go back once again, just out for defense with 4 fouls. Pass could have been stolen. Maxwell with it, running the shot clock down as low as you could get it. That'll put the game clock at 10 if they run it all the way down. Here's Keeley, back to Maxwell. Kirsch on the top of the key. 7 on the shot clock, 6. Underneath Keeley with the alley-oop. 14 seconds left. Out in front to Allen. Allen with the pass. There's Anderson's 3. It's short. Rebounded by Keeley. Taylor will not have a chance to check back in. They get the ball across half court, and that is the game. CMS wins it 66-56. Taylor had A beautiful moment at the end with the and one. Buried the free throw home. The crowd loves the effort. It was a tremendous game, start to finish, from both sides. The big difference, as we mentioned before, the rebounding, the size advantage for CMS. They went down to what they needed to do in the second half. They found Jeremy Horn, who finished with a game-high 18 points. Sinai Enoch for the Leopards tried to do as much as he could. He finished with 17, which was tied for a team high alongside the senior himself, Jared Taylor. 17 points and 11 rebounds, almost matching his game-high total, 19 and 11 this season against Kowloon in a victory that year. Well, for Laverne, they drop on the season in conference to 2-13, 2-22 overall. CMS gets a huge win over a tough Laverne team here on senior night in the 10th. They improved to 18-6 overall, 10-5 in conference. And now they are tied with Redlands and Occidental, all of them 10-5 in conference play. Pomona-Pitzer with a 12-3 record stand at the top of conference as Jared Taylor alongside Enoch and Jared Ridley walk out of the court right there. Final score, CMS 66. Laverne wins it. Laverne drops this one on senior night. CMS wins it 66-56. I'm Billy Lopez. Have a good night.